Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Shimaila. Before I start to introduce myself, I would want to tell you guys why you're here for. Because why would you want to know somebody before you know what they do? So I already have been posting about me and psychology because I'm a psychologist on my social media, which is TikTok and Instagram. But the reason of coming here is because the limitation. You can only upload 3-minute video. You cannot go longer than that. But I like to talk, so 3 minutes were not enough for me. Therefore, I have been thinking about it, about uploading something on YouTube for the longer video, for the longer version of what I think about everything. I couldn't just do it, but now here I am. Sometimes, there are things you've been planning for long, you cannot do it. The intuitive thought let you do something you've been planning for. I live here in UK and just moved to UK from Pakistan. You're gonna be hearing everything about psychology, about life, role of psychology in our life, what is the importance of psychology in our life, and to every matter, not just in clinical matters, not just in the terms of treatment and therapies, but everything, like the decision you make, why you are what you are, why you think what you think, and who you are actually, and how can you change yourself, how can you make yourself someone better, and how you can create a safe space for yourself and for others around you. This is what this place is all about, just to talk. So if taking this as an introduction, I would want to start with this, because this has become a very huge part of my introduction now. I'm not sure you want to listen to this, but you know what? I created my Let's Talk on my Instagram and on TikTok with a purpose. From here, I am not expecting anything because I think it's for me. Most of you guys would not know, but I'm living here alone and I'm on a spiritual journey for 40 days as well, where I'm totally alone, completely alone with myself. That's it. It's just me. This spiritual journey has been a roller coaster for me, and I have been awakened to many other things. So I decided to, things were going on in my mind because I can call my parents back home, but my siblings and everybody, but sometimes you just cannot always talk to somebody, right? You need someone very close or relevant who can talk relevant, and I'm a person who wants to have a deep conversation, but people do not like it anymore. And to the level I want to have, I cannot have it with everybody. So I'm just gonna have it with myself now over here. But if this resonates, but I just want to talk. I want to bring my thoughts to life. I would not say I was never close to Allah Ta'ala. I was a person who used to pray 5 times a day, alhamdulillah, from the beginning, because my household, in my household, we were not that kind of people where, if you're offering prayer, it's fine, it's your choice. We were not that kind of cool type of people, but we were practicing Muslim, alhamdulillah. Not being proud of, we are not better than anybody, but I'm just saying that at a young age, if we would miss any time of prayer, any prayer, my mom would beat the shit out of us. And I think it's good, because sometimes I think religion comes from within, but you cannot just sit and watch your kids not praying just because you would want to wait them to feel something from inside. No, you cannot do that. Some things need to be taught strictly. So this is what we used to do in our home, practicing everything good, everything fine, alhamdulillah. Very essential part which we were missing as a woman was this. We would wear modern clothes, but with the modest touch. We would cover our chest, but not our heads. Point clear? This is what I was. And I have always been a very expressive kind of a person. Expressing via my hair, coloring my hair, expressing via my jewelry. I have tons of piercing in my ear. I was quite open woman. I have always been open girl. Open in the matter of choices, in the matter of making decisions, in the matter of wearing, but we had limits. We would not ever, I have never ever worn anything revealing. There was something in the corner of my heart that was always bothering me. Okay, no, you're not doing it right by not covering your head. And I always thought I would do it someday, but someday. I was in my college, My college was ended and I was in the beginning of my university. It was about 2018. And then I decided I would go for it. I directly started with doing niqab. Like, it was the first day and I was wearing niqab. And my mom told me that, do it slow. Keep it gradually, because if you would force yourself, you will end up practicing or doing it as soon as you've started. You know what I mean, right? जितना जल्दी शुरू करोगे उतनी तेजी से वो आप backfire होगा. I didn't listen to her. I thought, no. If I've decided it, if I've started doing it, I'll continue it. Then there was a time when I stopped, when I put it down, when I removed my niqab, and slowly and gradually I started removing my scarf as well. Painful, right? Yes. This feeling used to come to me like a wave. It comes and it goes. Fast forward to 2022, I guess. I don't remember. I'm not good with dates. I decided to start my channel on Instagram, with the name Let's Talk, which I'm running now. So I started recording videos with my hair open. I never uploaded a single video. I just was offering prayer one day, and then I realized that what if someday, if I would want to cover my head, and then my videos are already out on the internet and people are spreading it, sharing it, and they are still going to be on the internet even if I delete it. What if millions of people have already watched me? Then one day I just went for shopping. I bought my abaya and scarf and I started recording in that. Zero confidence. I had no confidence doing that. I was feeling afraid, shy, uncomfortable, unconfident. If you are the one who had been through this, only you can understand. It would be very difficult for me to continue with it. Now here I am. I moved to UK, and then I decided I started again with no scarf, nothing on my head. I recorded many videos which were very good. I was looking absolutely great, and then I never uploaded them. My husband told me that, what if you decide, he just told me the same thing, what if you go viral with these videos, and will he be the hood of not telling his wife or selling his wife on the internet? And I was like, oh my god, shit. I got scared. It's Dayut, if I'm not Dayut, if I'm not pronouncing it right. I'm going to mention it over here. And what does it mean? It means a man who is not jealous of their mahrams, their wives, their sister, and their mother of being corrupt. Yeah, that's what I know about it. And then we again took a pause, thinking about it a lot. And then finally I decided to cover my head and started recording videos. I will put some psyche into it. I was not covering my head because people who knew me would know that how Shumara looked like in real, right? I do not want to meet people in my family, friends with this, because this is not my real identity. But when I came here, because no one knows me, and I do not care about people because I don't know them, I started covering my head, not just in videos but outside. Whenever I used to go to the walk, groceries, anything, I start covering my head because I would not care. They have not seen me. I do not know them. They would not know how I looked like before. So, nobody cares. And then I realized it's because I'm not gonna blame anybody for it. It's my deen, it's my iman. But when you start thinking about people, what they think about you, you start to manipulate yourself for that. You start to have changes in yourself, right? And that's why what I think have helped me a lot, because when you think what people think, you start to manipulate. You adjust your plans, and then you adjust yourself, because most of the time we think according to what people think. We do not think what we want to do, right? We do what people would agree. We would do what society would agree. So transforming myself to this, or from this cool look to this covering, was a very big decision. The people who knew me before have texted me that, oh, why are you wearing that? You look like a mom, you look like a mother, you look like an auntie. Stop, changing. Why you have changed your attire? Just get back to what you were, get back to normal. You know what? I would never, even if I was not covering my head, and when I was not covering my head that time, I have never in my life have mentioned this to someone. Why you're doing it? You know why? Because my iman was strong, and I know if I'm not doing it, I am doing it wrong. They are on the right path. I would never stop anybody from practicing Islam just because they do not look good anymore. Just because they are not showing the real personality. How can you just say that? But I actually feel pity for themselves. Why? Because they even do not know what they're doing and how wrong that statement was. Because if I would just, think of my decision because of what they said, they might get a count of sin because of that. I really feel sad about how weak some people iman is, that they are not even sure what they're speaking. They are not sure what they're saying. I am sure about it. The person who have told me to put this off because I do not look good in this, they must have thought that they are saying this is because of me, or in my behalf, or they think good of me, but actually it's not. This is good even if I do not like it. My hair are greasy most of the time. I have to tie up my hair, that's why they are damaged most of the time. But this is a part of our religion. We cannot fight over it. And that's not because I have started doing it. It was before I even planned it. I knew everything, but I was not even courageous enough to step for this, because this is a big step for a person who's very who's very expressing in the matter of the hair colors, the makeup and jewelry and everything. You have no idea. There was a big chunk of me was broken inside because I would not be able to wear all those jewelry, all those earrings. I have a huge, tremendous collection of earrings, and I would never be able to wear it. And then I thought again, why I think I cannot wear it. I can still wear it, but underneath. And just because somebody else would not be able to see, that was my problem. Not wearing was not my problem. Somebody else would not be able to see, oh, Shumala is wearing such a nice jewelry. That was the problem, actually. I think everyone who's going through this journey, every woman, and I think women who already have been practicing it, it's easier for them because they're used to it. But for the woman like me, who's very expressive and into fashion, I was fashionista. Come on, guys. I was something like, I was very into fashion, but then I thought, no, it's a test. We are not here for ourselves. This body is not even ours. We have to protect it. I'm trying my best. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm doing the best, but this is just a start. I guess I'm getting somewhere, at least.